Manchester United are through to the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup with Erik ten Hag registering his 8th win in the row ever since we lost to Aston Villa away from home, and that was a 3-1 defeat at Villa Park. United 3, as Charlton 0. Today we have seen what management does and what your players and what your team really gets when the mentality really changes. I believe if it was another manager to field that team outside there, we would have gone ahead to really find it hard to beat a team called Charlton, because history shows it that in the last 2 times we've been knocked out of the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup, teams from the Championship side, League One side, are the ones that have gone ahead to knock us out. Guess what the manager did today? He went ahead and really made what we call wholesome changes. De Gea never started. Luke Shaw never started. Varane was not in. No Casemiro. No Casemiro. No Eriksson. Bruno was suspended, but he was also off. Martial was off. Rashford was off. The manager went ahead to make 8 changes. He made 8 changes today, and those 8 changes really saw us bringing the likes of Kabi Meino, Tim Heaton getting his debut for United in like 20 years, ever since he was at Manchester United. He brought in Scott McTominay, Freddie, Dallo, you get? But we managed to go ahead and really dominate this game of football. And if at all it was not us not being composed enough in the first half, this game would have been to bed in the first 10 minutes of the game. Alejandro Garnacho gave in Diego Dallo in the first 2-3 minutes of the game. Dallo went in for a curling effort. It went over the bar. He went ahead to press in Freddie. Freddie went in for a press. And obviously, it was headed out by the defender of Charlton. And obviously, Antony scoring. And Alejandro Garnacho was all over them for all those minutes. So United were all over them and would have gone ahead to capitalize. I believe the manager got it right, because the first half showed us that we lacked composure to really kill off this game immediately, because the first half ended 1-0, and it was a very beautiful curling effort put into the back of the net by a player known as Antony in the 21st minute. So this is how the game really went ahead to go on and really prosper of Manchester United versus Charlton. In the 21st minute, Antony went ahead to go in for a curling effort. The assist was for Freddie. Then it took us 69 minutes to score another goal through Marcus Rashford in the 90th minute. It was Facundo Pellistri with an assist, and obviously Rashford put that ball in the back of the net. And today, I'm going to come out and really be a critique of Erik ten Hag, because what does it take for him to bring Anthony Elanga on the field of play and leave out Pellistri? Pellistri has given us a cameo of like 2-3-5 minutes, but guess what? He has really given us. It has been really, 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 really nice. Many people are going to call in for him to start games more regularly, because he has really looked beautiful today. And in those 5 minutes he has played for United, he has done more than what Elanga did on the field of play when he spent for the 85 minutes spent on the field of play. Then Rashford went ahead to capitalize on that Casemiro pass in the 90th plus 4 minutes to give United a 3-goal lead. This is really something great for Rashford. Rashford has gone ahead to score his 15th goal of the season, minus the goals he has gone ahead to score in the World Cup. Can you imagine? He has scored his 15th goal of the season. 15th. The manager is trying to get everything right. He predicted that in the Premier League only, Rashford is going to score 20 goals. But when you add on the goals he has scored in the World Cup, that means his tally is 18. But the manager is not talking about the entire goal he's going to score this season. He's talking about the Premier League that is going to score 20 goals. Right now in the Premier League, Rashford has 7 goals. In the UEFA Europa League, I think he has 3 goals. Now in the Carabao Cup, he has scored 3 goals. 1 against Burnley, one against Burnley, 2 against a side called Charlton. Then he has scored in the FA Cup. He scored against Everton by one goal. That means he's going to have to score 4 goals in the Carabao Cup. That means he scored against Burnley. Our first game in the Carabao Cup, we played which team? Which team did we play in the Carabao Cup? before we went ahead to be drawn against, oh, I remember, we are drawn against Aston Villa. I think Rashford was on target also. Martial and Bruno Fernandes found himself on target. So that's what United is all about this time around. It's all about us getting to the levels we're supposed to be on, and Erik ten Hag is really cruising us to the right side of the road. Good to see to it that we come out and put out such a display, because everyone is going to be surprised of the display. But when a manager believes in a system of play, he really goes ahead to bring in players to go ahead and really do the needful. For Kobbie Mainoo, he was really important in this game of football. The guy looks natural. He's a natural in the game of football. He doesn't force things. That's why, to me, I refer to him as the new Paul Ebile Pogba. And for him, he's not going to be unlucky like Paul Pogba, because he is under a manager that knows what the game of football is all about. The manager knows what it means to go out and really groom young talent, because he has gone ahead to experiment it at Bayern Munich, FC20, and Ajax, where he got the best results of players like De Jong, Donny van de Beek, Ziyech, Matthias De Ligt, Julian Timber, look at Antony, look at Lisandro Martinez. Such kind of players are really a blessing to Manchester United. And if I told you a Kobbie Mainoo, you come into this game and say, all right, I've shown the manager everything that I can go ahead and really showcase. He puts himself into the starting mentality of the manager, because when the manager gives you a chance and utilize it, then you really tickle his mind. Like what Pelestri has done today. A topic I'm going to tackle on later. What Pelestri has done today is proving the manager that all the minutes you've been giving to Anthony Elanga, I'm the person supposed to be playing there. He brought him onto the right attacking side of the midfield, and Antony really played very, very, very well. Thank you, Johnny Siningi, for watching in. I'm having Aino Migisha Willie is in. I'm having Asimwe Hillary is in, and very many others. Going to the live chat, tell me what you think about this game of football. Antony and Rashford on target. Rashford with a brace. Antony going in for a goal that was really beautiful. To see to it that he put us ahead and broke the dreadlock. That is Antony for you. I was still talking about Pelestri. What Pelestri did today is a message to Erik ten Hag that, please, I'm better than Anthony Elanga. I'm better than most of the players you think that are really supposed to come out and really play beautiful on that field of play. Anthony Elanga played for 80 minutes plus, but he did nothing, totally nothing on the field of play. Pelestri comes in through, he does the needful, he collects the ball, finds an assist for Marcus Rashford, and obviously he goes on to the assist tally of United this season. Anthony Elanga has been given very many minutes. What has he offered? Nothing. I think the best game has played this season was against Liverpool because of his work ethic and intensity that he put up on the field of play. But whenever he gets the ball, he is limited. He doesn't have the skill set that Facundo Pelestri has got. Facundo has more to offer for Manchester United than a player called Anthony Elanga. And Ten Hag should be knowing this. Is there a rift between Ten Hag and Facundo Pelestri? That is the big question, because today, if I'm Ten Hag, I start Facundo Pelestri. I start Facundo Pelestri in this game of football because you saw what he has. He's class. He's class. When he gets that ball, he concentrates and cuts into the half spaces. He submits himself into the opponent's half with a lot of zeal, with a lot of charisma. He's flamboyant. He is just a player whose skill set is undoubted as far as this is concerned. And this is where I raise my argument on Erik ten Hag. We need an explanation onto these guys. I'm not really trying to do or to blame Erik ten Hag, but this is what we call positive criticism on a manager, because this player played in the World Cup for Uruguay. He played each and every game for Uruguay. Anthony Elanga stayed away. He was not in the World Cup, and he comes in, and Facundo is not given a chance, and Elanga is given a chance. I really ask myself, why is this happening? Has Facundo been misbehaving like Alejandro Garnacho? Reason being, Alejandro Garnacho never played any game in the preseason in Taiwan and Australia because he reached or arrived twice or thrice late in training. That's why the manager really benched him. This time round, we're having Facundo Pellistri. He's better than Anthony Elanga. He's not being given any chance. Yet he deserves to come out and really be given chances. And for the very first time, the managers brought him on the field of play. He has really taken us off that tenterhook we've been on since Antony scored our first goal in the 20th minute. And he created the second goal for United. But his way of playing, his composure on the ball, just shows you that he's really a more important player to United than Anthony Elanga. And I believe right now, if I'm Darren Fletcher, I just respond the call of Frank Lampard of wanting Anthony Elanga on loan at Everton. Throw him there, and let Facundo Pellistri get himself into the mix. Facundo Pellistri is a talent that we should go ahead and really reckon with at Manchester United. He should be here. He is more than Anthony Elanga. He can offer us a lot on that right attacking side of the midfield. You've seen him. However much he's right-footed, he has shown us that he can get us more on that side. And we need to really get him more on the ball to see to it that he does the needful. Look at his composure. You get? Even before that, before he creates the first goal for Rashford, he had gone in for an assist for a player called Scott McTominay. Scott McTominay was just selfish. He went in for a hard shot and it was deflected off the line. But Facundo is one to reckon with. Facundo Pellistri has gone ahead to really reveal to us that he is really one of those crowns that Ten Hag has in his jewel. He's really one of those jewels that he has into his crowns that are golden, that he has not yet unleashed. And today, when he brought him on, Pellistri has shown that he's just pure talent. Not so? He is just pure talent. It has been a beautiful cameo from Facundo Pellistri. And everyone is going to go ahead and really talk about Pellistri, of what he has gone ahead to really deliver today on the field of play. And he got involved a lot in his debut. And obviously, he is happy and celebrating with Marcus Rashford in there for you. So smash the like button, comment and share. Let's go to Antony. Guys, Antony, very many people have been criticizing Antony. I'm talking about Anton Santos, the Brazilian, who scored the first goal. But one thing I like about Antony is he comes in and represents every time he's called on to get the job done. That's what Antony does for you. And when you look at how he really scores his first goal in a very beautiful way, you get to know that there is something in this man that Ten Hag is trying to really explode out into our public eye. The eye test for Antony that we knew him at Ajax has not yet been portrayed on the field of play at Manchester United. But one thing he has gone ahead to do is to score goals for United. He has gone ahead to score 5 goals for United, and he is the player next to Marcus Rashford. And people are downplaying his efforts. Stop downplaying the efforts of this guy. This guy, however much he's not going past players, not committing himself a lot, he's doing the needful for Manchester United, and really, he is really getting in results. He has 5 goals. Martial has 4. Rashford now has 15, meaning that he might even go ahead and score 10 or 15 goals this season, because we are left with very many games. We are into the semi-final of the Carabao Cup. That is going to be a double tie. You know that very well. It's going to be a double tie. We don't know when the draw is going to be held, but Newcastle is through. United is through. Tomorrow Southampton is playing Manchester City, and Wolverhampton Wanderers is playing Nottingham Forest. So after those games, a draw of the Carabao Cup is going to be held, and we're going to be knowing our fate. I don't know who you're going to face, but that means whoever you're going to face, you're going to be playing 2 games, meaning that in the Premier League we are left with 22 games. When you add on the 2 games we're going to play in the semi-final of the Carabao Cup, those are 24 games. When you add on that double tie you are going to be playing against Barcelona in the UEFA Europa League, those are 26 games. You get? We have a game in the FA Cup you're going to play against Reading. Those are 27 games, meaning that if at all you add our season, we are having a deficit of close to 30 games plus. And we are just seeing Antony with 5 goals in the game that's played for Manchester United, meaning that there are still very many games that Antony is going to step on the field of play and obviously get us the best that we deserve. So guys, I'm no longer downplaying Antony because I'm not a critic of him. The first thing he did, however much he came in with a lot of pressure on him because of the amount of money they bought him from Ajax, £85 million. That price was really heavy on his shoulders, but he went ahead and scored on his debut against Arsenal. That silenced very many people, and him going ahead to score is helping him gain confidence as he really gets into the game of City. Remember, he last scored that goal he scored today against City. On several occasions, he had gone in for that curling effort, but it never really found itself on target. But this time around, he has scored it, and I think it gives me belief that maybe against City, he might go in for that effort and even score again against City at Old Trafford on Saturday. So that's Antony for me. I believe he's a very good player. He's coming in and doing the needful for United. Let's not castigate him. Let's praise him for the goal efforts he's putting in through. Because for the previous 2 games we played in the FA Cup and Carabao Cup, he has scored the most important goal. He scored the first goal against Everton. And today, he has scored a first goal against Charlton. If you don't score against Charlton in the 20th minute, they really grow into the game, and you never knew the first half would have ended 0-0. Then it would have been hard for us, and Ten Hag would have gone ahead to make substitutes immediately to bring on Rashford, Casemiro, and Eriksen to figure out a result in the next 45 minutes, because he knew that when we draw that game, we go straight into penalties. And you know what it means when you go to penalties? When we are into penalties, no one has a chance to win the game of football. Not so? And secondly, resting these players enough. Because Casemiro has played like 29 minutes, Eriksen has played 29 minutes, Rashford has played some 10-15 minutes. So that was really great. So smash the like button, guys, comment and share. That is what we are having today. And we are left with just 70 subscribers to hit 10,000 subscribers. If at all you're watching us here for the very first time, or you've always been watching us in and you've not yet subscribed, please subscribe to see it that we really hit this milestone. Now, let's talk about Kobbie Mainoo. Kobbie Mainoo, 17 years of age, nearly hitting 18, coming in through, playing close to 60 minutes in his debut for United. This guy is a revelation. And if at all there are players that are really blessed, this guy is blessed. And this is where I call Greenwood cast. Greenwood cast. I believe if at all Greenwood was here under Erik ten Hag, he would have been one of the best players to benefit from him. He would have turned him into a player that we thought he was going to become, because he was a generational talent. He had a swift left foot. He could play as a right attack midfielder, and obviously as a centre forward for United. But him having some allegations with his wife, he's out of this team. Guess what? Antony comes in through, and Kobbie Mainoo from the academy comes in through. Many would have thought that would have been a chance for this guy, for Zidane Iqbal to come in through, but I believe Scott McTominay and Freddie needed some time and minutes to play, because the manager had really benched Scott McTominay for so long and Freddie has been coming off the bench and playing very well. And what really downplayed the coming in of Iqbal was United taking long to really kill off this game. I believe if we reached the 60th minute when United was leading by 3-0, I think Zidane Iqbal could have come through and played. But because Bruno was suspended in this game, Donny van Beek was injured, we had no number 8 to play into the central attack midfield area. And guess what? Kobbie Mainoo gets himself a chance into the starting 11 of United, and he has gone ahead to prove very many wrong that I'm the right guy to come in and play this position. So the guy is really good. He's really good, and obviously he is going to be one of those players that Ten Hag is going to keep an eye on, as he confirmed to us that he wants to be part of the reserve team of United, the under-21s and under-23s. He wants to be in charge. He wants to really draw a very good roadmap from the reserve team to the senior team of United. And Kobbie Mainoo is really one of those that really went ahead to display a very good game today. And Ten Hag told us the reason why he started today, he really played very well in Spain, and he thought that he could come in through and really get that job done and dusted. But Marcus Rashford, sometimes you run short of words for a player like Marcus Rashford. You get? Even when he comes on and plays for limited minutes, he goes ahead to execute goals in the final third, or in the goal of the opponent. Now, Rashford scored a late double, 90th minute and the 94th minute. That is beautiful for him. I'm happy for him, and this is what you would love to see for Marcus Rashford when you are entering into a game of football of Manchester City. Having been beaten by 6-3, you need Rashford to be in the best of his form to really get himself to this level, and Rashford has gone ahead to do it, and we want to thank the manager for really reviving this guy, because the guy had lost it all and he wouldn't go ahead to really win the games of football for Manchester United. He looked like he had totally fallen off under Ralf Rangnick, but trust me, he is back, and Rashford is up and running and firing in left, right and center. That is Marcus Rashford for you, doing the best for Manchester United. And let's get straight into what we call the match stats and how everything really went down in the game of football as we beat a side called Charlton. 21 shots on target. That's what United had. We had 21 shots on target. No, 21 shots in total and 5 shots for Charlton. So, out of the 21, we had only 5 shots on target. That is really very nagging to me, because we deserved more. We deserved more as Manchester United. We deserved more as Manchester United today. And I believe that out of 21, we are supposed to register 11 shots on target. But the reason as to why we never registered 11 shots on target is simple. We went ahead to not capitalize onto our composure and possession in the final third of the opponent, especially in the first half. Alejandro Garnacho did a lot of hard work off his left side, but the people he was feeding in were not composed enough to bury these chances and put them on target. Dallo, Freddy, I think Kobe Maino had a chance, and very many others from a lad called Garnacho. But look at Charlton. Only 5 shots and 2 were on target. That is really something out of this world. But for the possession, we are better. 70%. Ten Hag would be happy if at all you're playing a side like Charlton. 70% is not bad. Possession for Charlton, 30%. United completed 312 touches in the entire 90 minutes. And obviously, that means we average close to 300 passes per half. That is really great. That is really great. I would love to see United win like this. In the game of Everton, we never really averaged 300 passes per half, because in the total match, we had close to 485 something. Everton had 380 passes completed. So I believe we need to go ahead and really appraise the players for really doing the needful and really give us those passes that resulted into a 70% possession. 87% passing accuracy, very great for the club. 69% for Charlton. 11 fouls for Manchester United. That involved a very good professional foul coming in from Malacia that resulted in him getting a yellow card, because Maguire one-on-one is bad, and the player was going to face Harry Maguire, and Maguire was just descending. That's it. Instead of standing in front of him and say, all right, you're going nowhere, if a foul, it's a foul, Maguire was just descending into our box. What Malacia did, he went in for a foul, and it was a free kick in a very deadly position. But obviously, Tom Heaton was given a gift from, was it Morgan, the player of Charlton, that really took it. So I believe that yellow card was really called for, and obviously Casemiro did some good block, and Eriksson. Then for Charlton, they had 6. United were given 2 yellow cards. Charlton had 0 red cards both sides, 5 offsides for United, 1 for Charlton, 5 corners for United, and 1 corner for Charlton. That puts us into the semi-final of the Carabao Cup. And what Ten Hag is really enjoying his debut season at Manchester United, because he's into the semi-final. In the FA Cup, he's drawn against Reading. You beat Reading, you go into the next round. That's the 5th round. But you know Chelsea is out. Man City is going to face Arsenal, meaning that one of those teams is going to be knocked out. Liverpool has not yet confirmed its stay in this league, in this tournament, because they drew 2-2 at Anfield. They have to go down at Molineux to play against a side called Wolverhampton Wanderers. So everything is really going in the hands of Erik ten Hag. It shows you that when you're having a very good manager and a blessed manager, as far as winning is concerned, things go on and really work out their way. So guys, that's what I had for you. Let me go into the live chat and start to respond to what you guys are really telling me about this game of football. I'm having John Singini. Wow, thank you for watching in. I know Mugisha Wile. As Man United fans, let's appreciate the work Ten Hag has done so far. Guys, Ten Hag is really great. He's really doing things that are really unbelievable. And he has gone ahead to silence very many people who call him an Eredivisie manager. He cannot manage in the Premier League. He brought in a defender that is that is 5 inches tall. That is Lisandro Martinez. And everything has gone out to pan out in the favor of Erik ten Hag. Then I know Mugisha Willie, glory days are coming back. Obviously, we are getting back to the glory days that we had lost a decade back. And there is something I'm really believing that as we make a decade, ever since Alex Ferguson left, there is a shock of success that we might get this season. And it might be lifting a Premier League. And people have not even thought about it. But I believe it can happen. It can happen. You get, every after 10 years, things change. And for us, we have spent 9 years in tears ever since Alex Ferguson left. But in the 10th year, that is going to add up to the decade, we are really getting success of Erik ten Hag here. Then I'm having Asimwe, Hillary, Erik ten Hag is read as Manchester. Thank you. Then Asimwe Hillary, thank you, brother to brother. Thank you. How are you? Al-Assad from you when you are sick. Hope you recovered. Then I'm having Semanda Muzamiru. Garnacho was superb. Garnacho was just sublime. This guy is talented. Apart from him being talented, he's just a talent to watch out. You get? He's offering more than we expect him to offer. The way he commits himself into the final third of the opponent, especially when he nears the 18 yards box area of the opponent, you just get to know you just start to anticipate that magic is going to happen because he's unpredictable. That is Alejandro Garnacho. So I believe he's really superb, as Semanda Muzamiri is saying. But much like Barton, we are having close to 130 people watching in and only 32 likes. Let's match the like Barton to 32 people, to 32 likes, guys. Then I'm having Oyolede Joshua. Pelestri is more productive than Elanga. We've agreed on that. That's it. All of us have gone ahead to agree onto that Pelestri is really more productive than Anthony Elanga. Then we are having Joseph Arun Sesi. Really, Rashford is very good. That guy, Rashford is out of this world. He's really a force to reckon with. He is really a guy that you can all really believe that he is really taking us somewhere. Then Vidic Ricky. What a win. What a win for United. Obviously, it's a very huge win for United. Semanda Muzamiru. Anthony Elanga should go on loan like Amad Diallo. That's it. And I believe Amad Diallo, if at all he had said, would have offered far much better than this boy called Anthony Elanga. Asimwe telling me Pele. All right. Then Ochila Caesar. I don't really understand why Ten Hag keeps benching Facundo Pelestri. That's a question that most of us are going to go ahead and really ask the manager. And I believe he can't escape that question in the post-match press conference. Because we would love to know why he keeps on benching this guy. Yet the guy really looks good every time he comes on the field of play. Then Rivers Mwanje. Clear. Thank you for watching in. Then Thomas Donko. Good game, bro. Obviously, good game, bro. But I believe we would have killed this game off in the first half. The first half had all the attributes of us killing off the game. But the hallmarks that have been affecting United for the past many years, came in through and we couldn't really find ourselves batting or putting our chances at the back of the net. So that is exactly that really happened in the first half. But obviously Rashford came in through and came to our rescue and gave us a comfortable lead later. Rashford is a machine for United, obviously. That is Rejoice Mpofu. Thank you for watching in. Omutu Isaac. Elanga should go on loan. That's it. We've all agreed on that. He should go on loan. Frank Lampard needs him at Everton. Let him be transferred to Everton for a long season loan. And let's see how he's going to come in through and do the needful. Because I don't see him staying at this club. That's it. with the way Amad Diallo is firing in at Sunderland, and if at all Facundo Pellistri is given a chance to go on loan, maybe in the Championship or in another Premier League team, Elanga will lose his spot at Manchester United. Then Nantume Fatuma, Rashford on fire. Obviously, he's blazing. 15 goals in the season, and in all the 6 games we've gone ahead to play, ever since he returned from the World Cup, he has gone ahead to score a goal, and now he has 7 goals in his last 6 games as played for Manchester United. He scored 1 against Burnley. He scored 1 against Nottingham. He scored 1 against Wolverhampton Wanderers. He scored 1 against Bournemouth. Not so, because Bournemouth ended 3-0. He scored 1. He scored 1 against Everton. He has gone ahead to score 2 against a team called Charlton Athletic. Maguire is not good. Maguire is bad, guys. He's bad. And I think Ten Hag doesn't have him in his plans and wants him out of this club. Then Onyeyet Silva, good morning, bro. Well done. I liked Garnacho today so much, and I'm happy for Facundo Pellistri playing today. He's really talented. And guys, have you even thought of a situation of us having Garnacho on the left and Facundo Pellistri on the right in that game? I think we never even needed Antony to play, because the way this guy was really running that side, it was really out of this world. It was really good and a beauty to watch. So Pellistri is really great, and Garnacho really had a very good day. That is Onyeyet Silva. Then Ifeanyi Okweubi, goal-making machine. Rashford, he really looked great today. Oyede Joshua, Butland debut, clean sheet. It was not Butland, it was Tim Heaton. But for Tim Heaton, there is something you don't know about the guy. The guy was at Manchester United for so long, and he never even got a debut. Then, after Solskjaer brought him in, he also never got himself a debut. But guess what? There is something I want to show you about Tom Heaton today, that patience pains but pays. He returned. He was promised that's going to go ahead and really get a chance to play for United. Guess what? He never got a chance, because Dean Henderson came in through and he went into the 4th choice, or turned into a 3rd choice goalkeeper for Manchester United. And obviously, it never really panned out as wanted it to be. But he waited and waited. Ten Hag comes in through. He brings in Dubravka. Dubravka makes his debut faster than the guy. The guy keeps quiet. But guess what today? The manager, Erik Ten Hag, has gone ahead to give him his long-awaited debut, and obviously he has gone ahead to really enjoy himself today into that. And obviously he kept a clean sheet. And guys, let me show you. This is really touching, if at all you know what it means to be a bench player at a club like Manchester United. This is what the guy has been through, and his dream has finally come through. That is Tom Heaton. We are being told by Samuel Lucas that Tom Heaton will make his full debut for Manchester United almost 20 years on from winning the FA Youth Cup with the club. Has to be the longest wait for United Youth Cup winner to start for the first team. Have you heard that, guys? For 20 years, he has been waiting for his debut at Manchester United. He has been here for so long. He went out and really left United. Then Ole Gunnar Solskjaer brought him back. And thank God, he has gotten his debut. Tom Heaton keeping a clean sheet on his debut, that is something great for the goalkeeper. His dream has finally come true. Not so? So, that is, that was who? That was Oyede Joshua. A point of correction, it was not Butland in goal, it was Tom Heaton. Then Rick Barlow. United are winning something this season. I'm 100% sure we are winning something this season. Then there is Daniel Ibanda. Rashi makes me speechless. All right, me too. I'm lost of words. And I think he's silencing all people that really killed off that comparison in between him and Kylian Mbappe. You see him that he's really turning into that player. He just needed to be in the right state of mind, and the manager's gone ahead to put him there, and that is Marcus Rashford for you. Then Onyet Silva, I love manager Ten Hag so much with him. May God help him. Obviously, he's helping him already. Then Jonah Ikedi is telling that United is on fire. Obviously, we are blazing hot. We are blazing hot. OG Emmanuel, I love Man United. Thank you. Omutoni Isaac, Pellistri is far better than Elanga. That's it. today in just 5 minutes, he has showcased that. In just a cameo of 5 minutes, he has showcased to us that he's better than Elanga. Then Efienyi, Ikuobi, Elanga is not a good player. Let him please go. That's it. Let him go on loan. Vidic Ricky, glory, glory, Manchester United. Glory, glory, Manchester United. I'm not good at singing, so I cannot sing that song. Then I'm having Muzamiru Gaddafi, Rashford, no Gapco, no worries. Rashi is in another level. Guys, there is a worry for Gapco because that's the player the manager wanted. Yesterday, Erik ten Hag hinted on United having signed lots of average players at the club. You get? And he needs to really extinct all the average players and get in players that are really at the level of playing for Manchester United. So that is a very big loss for us. Cody Gakpo was wanted by the manager, we never got him. Yao Felix to Chelsea, we never got him. We are not giving the manager what he deserves in the January transfer window. And trust me, if you had backed him very well in the January transfer window, we would have put ourselves into a title race. I don't say we're not in a title race, but right now, if at all injuries coming through Casemiro out, how are we going to come out and play in these games of football? I believe we needed to back the manager, and we should worry about Cody Gakpo going to Liverpool because it might come back and really haunt us in a very bad way. Then yes, CJ agree. Man United is so appetizing, guys. It's really appetizing. You would love to watch United play every day. But the good thing is that today is Wednesday. On Saturday, just 2 days from now, we are going to play City at Old Trafford, and I believe we are beating City. Then there is Muzamiru Gaddafi. How many goals Rashi in the EPL? In the Premier League, Rashford has 7 goals. You get? In the Carabao Cup, Rashford has 4 goals, taking his tally to 11. In the FA Cup, he has 1. So that is Rashford for you. He has scored 15 goals so far this season. When you add on the 3 scored in the World Cup, that put his tally to 18. Then Angedu David, I'm happy today of Heaton and Pelestri. Salute you, my fans. Tom Heaton making his debut that has been waiting for 20 years. That is Tom Heaton, and I'm happy for him. Rashford and Pelestri also, thank you for saluting us. We salute you too. Then Ifeanyi, have we signed a striker? United have really reached a verbal agreement with Besiktas on a player called Weghorst. But Besiktas have really submitted their contract to Vincent Abubakar. If Vincent Abubakar accepts the terms, then Here We Go is going to be accepted because a £2.5 million fee is expected to exchange hands from Manchester United to Besiktas. That's it. Then yes, CJ agree. Surely, I really love you, bro. But will Weghorst make it like the likes of Ronnie? He's going to make it. He's going to make it. Because today, you put Weghorst to lead the line, not Anthony Elanga. He scores a hat-trick in that game. His movement is better than Anthony Elanga. And his inclusive play is really great. Because one of the attributes of this guy is that he's a beast in the presidency. He's a beast in the final third of the opponent. And there is one thing that we went ahead to go ahead and read about him, that his big transitional threat is really great. And his movement would have really put the likes of Alejandro Garnacho, Kabi Maino, and Antony in play. So that guy is really good with his transitional positions. He's really very, very great. Then we are having Nantume Fatuma. Pelestri is good for me. He was good, and would love to see more games for Pelestri. Like the game we got plugged against Reading on the 28th, I think. 28th of January. Why not put Pelestri in? Put Pelestri in to start. Put Pelestri. Give him minutes because he has gone ahead to do the needful. So, Onyayet Silva, Diego Dalot, injury, is it still serious? I believe it's not so serious because he just wanted to get off the field of play, but the manager is going to let us know later in the post-match press conference about the injury. Then, Oloyede Joshua, Weghorst is how old, please? Weghorst is 30 years of age. 30 years of age, but to me, age is not a number because you've seen players at the age of 34, 35, still banging in goals like no other. Look at a player called Karim Benzema, 35 years of age. 35 years of age, he won a Ballon d'Or last season. You get, and still banging in goals for Real Madrid. Look at Harry Kane, that most of you are really wanting to come to Manchester United. He's 30 years of age. but he's still scoring goals. What matters is he scoring in goals? That's it. You mean Diego Dallo? Diego Dallo got an injury, walked off the field of play. We are waiting for the Manchester United manager to really tell us what is really wrong with Diego Dallo. Is the hamstring back because he really walked off the field of play and Aaron Bissaka came in through and really played that game of football until the end? Let me scroll before I really call it a day and go into the player ratings later in another video. I want to see what Ten Hag has said about the Diego Dallo injury. Ten Hag, where are you? Where are you? Talking about, he talked about Rashford, Garnacho. He talked about Marcus Rashford. Facundo Pellistri wants to live on loan. That's it. Breaking story. No story. We are having about Dallo. Yet I wanted to come out and really confirm about his injury. But guys, thank you very much for watching in through. Rock and David is my name. Smash the like button, comment and share, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. We are really 100 people watching in and we failed to hit 100 likes, 43 smashed, but smash the like button and don't forget to subscribe. Guys, thank you very much for watching in through. Everyone that's been here, I sign out for now. See you later. I'm returning with the